Lifetime in repeat.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to Ending the Week with an F.
Why?
Episode 7, we're getting through so many episodes, so thank you so much for all the support on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, just YouTube in general. Thank you for all the support. I love making these videos. We get to learn some awesome stuff, some random stuff, and some particularly stupid stuff that people do. So let's get straight into it, but one quick thing. Before the video even begins, he is mentioned in one of the topics, but Stephen Hawking did pass away this week, guys. In fact, he did pass away on Wednesday. It's now Thursday now, we're filming. So he's going to have a whole segment dedicated to him today, but I just wanted to say before the video begins, rest in peace, you changed the world, and most people don't ever get to make that kind of impact that he did, but we'll talk more about him in the section. So without further ado, episode 7, it's going too quick, every week is a new one, so we've been 7 weeks into it already, pretty awesome. Anyway, first segment, Epicness as always, we'll see you there. So in the Epicness segment, we don't have a trailer, but something really sci-fi and really cool. So there is going to be a bill that is passed later, passed on and voted, and see if that's a possibility of a potential spaceport in Britain. That is something of the future. That is crazy. That is a whole new step in the right direction towards commercial space travel. We are literally becoming the thing of movies. You know, all those sci-fi movies we used to look back when we were a kid and think, oh, no way we'll be travelling into space like a casual flight. It's potentially moving steps towards it now. That wasn't proper words.
And I do the cha-cha like a sissy girl.
Proper steps are being taken towards it right now, and it is frightening in a way, but progress is amazing. We always progress from the first computers, and now we're really expanding the boundary. And just how cool, instead of going to Spain, Greece, America for the 2 weeks, you just say, hey, I want to go to Mars for a month. Just get away from everybody's crap. Let's just do it. It's really cool, guys. Read more about it if you're interested in that sort of stuff. It hasn't been passed yet. I do believe it's a bill due, which is where they talk about vote and see if it's going to get passed. A big man that will be in major part of this, of course, Tesla. Well, it's not his name, but the guy that owns Tesla.
Oh, my apologies.
So Elon Musk, of course, owner of SpaceX as well. He's gonna love this. He is literally the Iron Man of the future. So I guarantee when he reads this, and he's probably been planning this and making ways for this, and it's just awesome. Let's hope we don't bring any aliens back, because we don't want to end up with a movie like this. In fact, it wouldn't even be a movie, it would be a real life thing, which makes it a little bit more scarier. WTFOREVER. So we have some quite serious stuff that is just like, what the hell, where did that come from? So in the UK, we did have a spy that was assassinated, or attempted assassination. I do believe they're still in the hospital bed at the moment. Anyway, Nova Gas, by what we accuse of, is the Russians of poisoning a Russian spy from us.
What the hell are you?
Theresa May, our Prime Minister, has then threatened Russia. Russia's fired back, not literally, thankfully. And we've now expelled some Russian diplomats. So things are getting a little bit spicy in the politics area of Britain at the moment. It's a little bit scary considering the amount of nukes Russia has. You don't mess with Russia. He's not exactly a normal person. Like, who else does stuff like this? He is a dangerous man. So we're not going to go too much into politics. This isn't like a news politics show. This is just randomness. But all it is, if I'm not here next week, guys, Vladimir's had enough and he's launched some bad stuffs. That was a terrible joke. I hope that doesn't happen. It's very interesting to see all this behind the scenes stuff finally leaking out. It's very scary, and let's hope none of my haters try to do that to me, because that wouldn't be fun. So anyway, things are heating up in the kitchen, so to speak, of the UK and Russia. It could lead to some very interesting things. We don't know, it's just the beginning of what I hope will be a peaceful resolution, because that's the best way to resolve this. Of course it will be peaceful, but I hope no more no more assassinations happen, you know, but who knows, I don't control that stuff. And I'm gonna go to one segment, I can talk about a bit more stuff I control, or have a bit more of an opinion on. Next segment. Forever failing. So we all know North Korea. North Korea has a very hostile border, shall we say. There's been numerous attempts of someone trying to flee the border. One of these examples would be this. So there's been numerous attempts of that. So it's pretty safe to say that not many things come out of North Korea that they don't want to. However, we've now learned that on the North Korea border, there is a British town with pubs and our redcoat guards and Stonehenge. When you're a kid, you used to go to the model village. Do you remember that? I know many of you people would have gone to it. It's like a weird mock-up town of all little miniatures. I feel like North Korea has just decided, let's build our own model village. I feel like that's what's going to happen. You have to look at some of the pictures, guys. It is pretty interesting. 1, 2, 3. So I don't really know how to react to this, guys. All I can say is, I guess it's nice that they think about us, and I guess it's nice they're not thinking about us in the same way as Vladimir does. My topic. So who else feels that spring is like the worst kind of season? It's in between summer, which is like the best season, hot, sunny, holidays, barbecues, everything is great. Or you've got winter, which can be good at sometimes, snow, sledging, Christmas. Then you've got spring, but it's not sunny enough so it feels like summer. It's like a tea sun. It feels a little bit hot, but it's nothing compared to summer. And then you get the rain, the snow that we had in spring. We had snow in spring in the UK. What happened? Literally the whole country went to a standstill. So I think that, in my opinion, spring has got to be one of the worst seasons ever. I love summer, I just don't love the build-up. I don't like waiting. I'm not a very patient man, in case you didn't notice. So I love the days that it was sunny. Like, it was super sunny the other day, but it wasn't like summer. But then the other day it rained and then it says we're gonna get snow at the weekend. I think probably spring has to be the most bipolar season that just cannot make his mind up of all the seasons. So I want to hear in the comments below, what's the thing that you hate most about spring? And if you disagree with me, that's fine. What do you like about spring? Let's hear it in the comments down below. Research well. Amelia Earhart. That name should ring a bell if you're anything to do with flying or the history of flying. I believe she was the first woman to attempt to fly around the world. This was obviously at the time, back in the 1900s, quite a feat. There wasn't as much. There was technology, of course. You wouldn't have been able to attempt it otherwise, but there wasn't the step forwardness. That's not a word. In technology that we have today. And for many years, it was assumed that she disappeared. There were many theories that she was shot down, that she was imprisoned, she crashed, and there were bones found on an island. They were initially examined, and they were found not to be hers. However, people have gone back to that now, and they now predict that in the 90s% that there is a very high chance that Amelia Earhart is those bones. So I think it's a nice closure. It's not nice that she didn't make the journey. It's very sad. We don't initially know, there must have been a crash or potentially shot down. We don't know exactly, but I think it's nice that we know that we kind of have her, we can put her to rest. I think it's more of a respectful ending rather than a funny one or a just a complete closure. But she's an inspiration. She guided many flyers. She is very prominent figure in the flying industry. So we have to give our shouts for that. I found it on the research well. I have to share with you because I love inspirational people. I hope you do too. And talking of inspirational people, next segment. The inspiration segment, probably the longest section that will be of this video. It's going to be a lot about Stephen Hawking this video. I just truly admire this person. He has motor neuron disease, a disease that just cripples many people. He was given a diagnosis for 2 years until death when he first got it. He lived for many years past that. And most people, when they live extra, they just maybe go out, travel, you know, they try to appreciate life. But this guy made life better. Black holes, theory of relativity, time travel. He was one of the smartest men to walk this planet. And he didn't have the ability to walk, didn't have the ability to talk, you know, didn't have the ability to do handstands, everything that we take for granted, walking, talking, just everything like that. But his mind was still intact, and he did some incredible things with that. So he's now resting, he's done his legacy. His legacy will always be remembered in science and in general public. The respect paid to him was amazing. Honestly, everywhere, just remembering a great guy. So I'm going to throw it back to you. If he can achieve all of that through motor neuron disease, through his smartness, through his determination, through his intelligence, if you think you're good at something, if you think you're put on the planet to do something, there should be nothing that stops you. Because he didn't let anything stop him. He continued until the end. And I think we should all try to live life in the shadow of the way that he lived ours. And even build your own sun so you can put good shadows onto other people to help them build their own sun. That was a pretty cool analogy. Rest in peace, Stephen Hawking. You'll be forever missed by your family, by your legions of followers and fans and admirers. But you'll also be highly respected in the science community forever. Laugh of the week. Probably this is going to be the most cheery segment of this show. It's been a really, not dull, but a lot of respect, a lot of quite seriousness stuff today. So we're going to end it with a high. How does that sound? So this story isn't recent. This is just a random laugh. Like always, laugh of the week. It doesn't have to be recent. It's just something that can make you laugh. Last year, 2017, someone cemented their head in a microwave. This person was a YouTuber, and no, it wasn't me. So we all do stupid things for the views. Logan Paul. Sorry, I had a cough. And we all do stuff we regret. But I've very rarely thought in my creative processes of making my videos, I've never thought, hey, let's put my head in the oven, or let's cement my head into a microwave. First of all, what are you doing putting your head in a microwave? Second of all, what are you doing with cement? And third of all, what are you doing combining those? That is a formula that just does not work, my friend. It made me laugh. It's literally like Homer when he gets his head stuck in things. Like he's always getting his head stuck in things. I feel like this guy is Homer of YouTube. Amazing, guys. You gotta laugh. He is fine. His firefighters came and cut him out. And that probably was an awkward conversation at the end when they cut him out. Like, oh, okay, so what were you doing? Oh, I was filming myself cementing my head in a microwave. Okay, son. Bye. I don't know what I would say if I was a firefighter. I'd probably just like selfie Snapchat and then obviously go to do my thing. But he's okay. That's the main thing. And has he learned from his mistakes? Who knows? We may see him getting trapped in an oven one day. Who knows? But until that day, guys, I'm going to call it. This show is over for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed anything from the talking about Stephen Hawking, a very inspirational man. Amelia Earhart, very inspirational woman, of course. And the potential for Russia to really mess the UK up, or the UK to fire some shade at the Russia, or us to get a spaceport, which may help us against Russia. We can escape. I don't know. Anyway, guys, episode 7 is done. We'll see you guys next week with episode 8. Love you guys. Peace out.